Hello everyone, welcome to today's stimulus update for those of you on SSI, SSDI, Railroad Retirement Benefits, VA benefits recipients, and Social Security survivors and Social Security retirement recipients. And in general, those of you that just haven't received your stimulus checks yet, this video is for you. Today I'm going to be going over some big updates from the IRS and the Treasury Department that just came out yesterday, as well as some more information that came out yesterday from the Get My Payment Tool site. Make sure you watch the whole video so you don't miss the answer to your question. For those of you that are already subscribed to my channel, welcome back. Thank you for watching. For those of you that are new, my name is Justin and I do stimulus check videos specifically for those of you that have not received your stimulus checks. And I focus on SSI, SSDI, Railroad Retirement Benefits, VA benefits recipients, and Social Security survivors and retirement recipients. If you want the latest stimulus check update, please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you receive a notification every single time I post a video. And also, if you could put a like on this video, I would really appreciate it. So the first big news comes from the Treasury Department. They are issuing debit cards for those that have filed their taxes but do not have bank account information on their tax return. And these debit cards will be issued instead of paper checks. For those of you that are on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, RRB, VA, or other government benefits recipients, you most likely will not be receiving one of these debit cards. If you do not file taxes, you will not be receiving one of these debit cards. They're only for people that are filing taxes. This is still big news for those of you that don't file taxes and were expecting to receive a paper check. For those of you on SSI, SSDI, Railroad Retirement, VA, or other government benefits recipients such as Social Security, retirement, or survivors, and you do not file taxes, you will not be receiving a debit card in the mail. They have also set up a website specifically for this debit card and to give you information about it. It can be found at www.eipcard.com. And I'll leave a link to that in the description below. But I think the biggest news of the day yesterday was that the IRS now has set up a toll-free number for you to call for answers for your stimulus questions. While this sounds like good news, and it is, some of the bad news is, for now, it's only automated messages. You can call it and you can get some automated information about stimulus checks, and there's a section specifically for those of you on SSI, SSDI, survivors, Social Security retirement, VA, and RRB benefits recipients. However, most of the information on the automated call is information that we've already talked about in the videos on my channel. And it's all information that you can find on the irs.gov website. However, the good news is the IRS has said that they are going to be adding around 3,000 operators so that they can field calls from people that have stimulus questions. So try calling the number, and I will leave the number down below in the description below, and you can see it on the screen right now. Try calling the number, follow the automated system, and the IRS has said after the automated messages, then you may be able to talk to an actual person to answer some of your stimulus questions. When this is open and actually people are fielding calls, I'm assuming that it's going to be very busy, but if you're patient, hopefully at some point you'll actually get an actual person to answer some of those more difficult stimulus questions that maybe we can't answer in these videos and that the IRS has not answered yet. So there were some updates to the information about the Get My Payment tool yesterday as well. And so they're answering some of the questions that many of you have had, although some of the answers aren't much more help than what we already know. The first question they try to answer is, when will the Get My Payment tool show me the status of my payment? It says, if you already filed taxes, the Get My Payments tool may not have processed your tax return yet, and if so, it will say payment status not available. If you'd use the non-filer tool, it will take up to 2 weeks before the Get My Payment tool will show a status on there. If you did not use the Get My Payment tool and you receive SSDI, SSI, railroad retirement, survivors, VA, or other government benefits, you can use the Get My Payment tool at any time, and you can check the status of your stimulus payment. As many of you know, the status many times says payment status not available. So they added a section specifically for what if I'm getting payment status not available, what does that mean? For those of you that are required to file taxes, the payment status not available just means we haven't finished processing your 2019 tax return, or the application doesn't yet have a date and we're working on adding more data to allow more people to use it. For those of you that are not required to file taxes and did not use the non-filers tool, payment status not available just means that they are continuing to process your check. However, if you're not eligible to receive a stimulus payment, and you'll need to check the eligibility on the irs.gov website, you may also receive payment status not available. However, for most of you that receive government benefits SSI, SSDI, RRB, VA, or other Social Security benefits, you will receive your payment as long as your income is below the threshold and you are not claimed as a dependent. If you get payment status not available, it means that the IRS is still processing your payment. It does not mean that you will not get a payment. So the next question they answer on the Get My Payment tool site is, when will eligible Social Security, Railroad Retirement, and Department of Veterans Affairs benefits recipients who are not required to file a tax return receive their economic impact payment, or stimulus check? And it says most Social Security and Railroad Retirement recipients have been issued their economic impact payments. You can check your Get My Payment application for the status of your payment. However, as I know from my comments, many of you still have not received your stimulus payment. So you can check the Get My Payment tool and it will give you information about when you will receive your check. For those of you on SSI and those of you that receive VA benefits, it says that you will start receiving their stimulus payments in mid-May. As we know from previous videos, mid-May can mean May 13th, and apparently it can also mean May 20th or beyond. Those of you on SSI or VA benefits, you can use the Get My Payment tool to see the status of your payment. The Get My Payment tool will show payment status not available until the payment is being issued. This does not mean that you are not eligible or will not receive a payment. And that goes for any government benefit recipient: SSI, SSDI, Social Security survivors, Social Security retirement, Railroad Retirement, or VA benefits recipients. That's the same for all of you. If you get payment status not available, it does not mean that you're not eligible for a payment. It just means that you are still waiting for the payment to process. And I know that's not much help, but that's what the IRS has said. So that's it for the video today. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to subscribe by clicking that red button below. Click the notification bell so that you'll receive notifications every single time I upload a video. Thanks again for watching, and I will talk to you again soon.